Let me introduce myself. I'm Officer Dowd. I actually came from the Jackson Police Department. I'm a DUI drug interdiction expert. Okay, I'm considered an expert in city, county, state, and federal court. Pretty much, if I tell a judge this is what I honestly and truly believe, pretty much you're guilty.
In blue lines, life just matters. The rest of you jigger ain't worth it.
Because the next thing I do, because I already got your information, I'll call the school and have them drug test you off the team. So you want to play that game?
No, sir. I'm sorry about that. You're right. I'm sorry about that.
The most shocking and informative LRJ TV News.
Hello, I'm LRJ from LRJ TV News. Today I got you a treat, but I must give a shout out to my sponsors. Today's video is sponsored by the Blue Line, the new form of the KKK.
White power! White power! White power!
About 1,000 people packed the F.O.P. Lodge 5 headquarters Thursday night to back the blue.
Police officers risk their lives for us every day, and without them, we would have lawlessness.
Work each day, you shouldn't have to worry that a pack of rabid animals will suddenly show up at your home.
I hate them because they exist. I hate them because they breathe. I hate them because they're scum. The goddamn...
Support our police! Right here! Thank you for what you do!
In this video you're about to see, the only thing that this officer wanted to do was to come home at the end of the day. That's all he wanted to do. When I tell you that this represents 90% of officers that go out every day and risk their lives. And how dare this black man sit there and say, yes, sir, no, sir, okay, sir, and allow this good old thin blue line cop, a good cop.
You have your driver license, proof of insurance. Where are you going to in such a major hurry?
I'm just trying to get home to my dog. That's all. It wasn't nothing major. Just trying to get home to my dog. My mom just called.
Well, you're more than twice the speed limit.
I passed like 45 or something like that.
Try again.
For real?
Yeah?
I was that fast?
Yeah?
Oh, so I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't even looking at the speed.
Well, that's a problem then, because especially on such a small road, there's no reason for you to be driving that fast.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do understand.
Where are you coming from?
Dollar General, right here, 182. I just cut back through the back way, right there by Fairview.
And where are you going?
To right off Lindbergh, that's where I live. Right off Lindbergh, right here.
Well, there's a lot of things off Lindbergh. Try to be a little more specific.
Off Brooks, you know Brooks Drive at?
Yeah? That's where you live?
Yep.
What's the address? How come it doesn't match your driver's license?
That's my old address.
Okay, you only have 1 week to get your license changed if you change addresses too.
I do?
Yeah. Oh. It's not when you go to renew it. You got to pay to have it renewed. You got to have your current address on your driver's license.
I ain't know that right there neither, but that right there can get changed easily.
I know.
Yeah, cause I recently, just started living this way.
That sounds like a whole lot of malarkey, man.
Huh?
I said it sounds like a whole lot of malarkey.
How come?
Huh?
I said, how come?
Well, speeding through a little side street.
You're just trying to get home to my dog, my mom.
Where it'd just be that much faster just driving on Alabama. You ever been ticketed or arrested?
No.
For neither?
I promise this is my first thing. I never had a ticket, none of that.
Ever? Anywhere in the continental United States?
I promise. The only thing I experienced was a roadblock. There wasn't nothing.
290 dispatch. Who's that?
This is my girlfriend. This is her car.
She lets you drive her car. Does she know you drive it like an idiot?
She don't know I was driving fast.
Huh?
She don't know I was driving fast, no. But she know
she doesn't know you drive her car?
Yeah, she know I drive, but she don't know.
She doesn't know you drive it like an idiot, though.
Yeah, I drive fast. It was just, like I said, we just do one time.
What do you do for a living?
I go to school. I play MCC, scuba, last year in June. Football player. I started back school in January. Going to state.
So you don't work and she's giving you like a $30,000 card just to tour around in?
No, sir. But I work at food giant though.
Well, I asked you where you work. You said I went to school.
I said what I do for a living. I go to school, but yeah, I work at food giant on the weekends, you know.
All right.
Phone number's gonna be A4057.
Fried chicken.
Huh?
Fried chicken.
4057.
It's a living. Could be worse. You could be the police.
Kind of Paul.
So look at me. See how you're talking.
An electric pole. You know, hold the wires up.
See, one other day we're gonna have a discussion because I also know you smoke things you ain't supposed to be smoking.
Yeah. Is that? I thought that's what I said. What did I say?
Yes, sir. Let me introduce myself. I'm Officer Dowd. I actually came from the Jackson Police Department. I'm a DUI drug interdiction expert. Okay, I'm considered an expert in city, county, state, and federal court. Pretty much, if I tell a judge this is what I honestly and truly believe, pretty much you're guilty. Because I'm that good. I also spent about 20 years as a New York City paramedic. So there's nothing that you're going to teach me or try to put over on me. So especially when people lie to me like I don't know what I'm talking about, I find it really insulting. Because then I'll just go ahead and actually...
Yes, sir. Yeah, my mom a registered nurse. I ain't got
I don't care if your mom's a registered nurse.
I don't have anything to lie to you about, sir.
I can tell you smoke weed.
I smoke black and mild.
I know you smoke weed.
I used to smoke
you
weed.
Still do. And you're gonna, I can tell by the coloration on your tongue. And you're going to go home and stare at your tongue and try to figure out how I know that it ain't black and mild. Please. If you want to lie to me, I'll turn around and I'll call a detective out here. We'll scrape your tongue and then I'll charge you with possession of marijuana by driver.
I'm listening to you, sir.
Well, don't lie to me again. Because then you're just telling me like I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I don't know the difference between a black and mild and weed. Or do you want to stick with that story? Because the next thing I do, because I already got your information, I'll call the school and have them drug test you off the team. So you want to play that game?
No, sir. I'm sorry about that. You're right. I'm sorry about that.
Because I know where you go to school now. I know who has the car. Actually, I could just take the car, impound it, let your girlfriend come get it. And then I'll just call the dean over at the college, have him say, yeah, don't do the piss test, draw his blood.
I already graduated from there.
Huh?
I said I already graduated from.
So you don't. So that was a lie too.
No, I graduated from college. You asked me what did I do.
You said you were a student and you play football.
I said I used to play for you.
No.
I said I used to.
You said you were a student. When I asked you about the gas station, you said, well, you asked me what I do. Keep your hands up on the wheel. You said you go to school and you play football. That's the nice thing about wearing body cameras. Everything you say. Plus, I have a really good memory. So do you want to try this nonsense one more time, or do you want to see how ugly I can be? Because right now, instead of writing you a ticket, I can just take you to jail and impound the car. I don't have to. Writing a ticket is a courtesy, so we don't fill the jail full of stop sign runners and speeders. It's actually an arrest, an affidavit, and a field release. So I can actually just go ahead. And how do you think your girlfriend's going to be if I impound the vehicle? So you actually don't go to school anymore. You're not playing football.
I graduated. This is what I said. This is what I thought I said.
Listen, I ask real simple questions.
Yes, sir.
Put your hand back up on the wheel. I ask real simple questions. I expect real simple answers. It's either a yes, sir, or a no, sir. That's how easy I make it, unless I actually want you to clarify something.
Yes, sir.
Are you still currently in college?
No, sir.
Do you play football for any of the colleges locally?
Not anymore.
I don't want the reasoning. It's either a yes, sir,
no, sir.
or a no, sir. So then you lied to me when you said you were a student. So say yes, sir. Because you tried to convince me you were still a student because when you said how you just fry chicken on the weekends. So is that the only job you have is frying chicken on the weekends? You don't work at all during the week? No, now take your hand down off the steering wheel.
No, sir. No, sir.
Listen to me.
Well, I'm about
Listen to me. I don't play this Columbus stuff. I'm used to Jackson. So when you start acting all squirrely and you start dropping your hands, I don't play that.
Yes, sir.
You understand me?
I'm sorry. This is like I said, this is my first time being inside this situation. Just, I stress Like, my record clean. I'm a good person. All that. It's my first time.
No, you're not a good person. You smoke weed and you're running through city streets twice the dang speed limit. Is there any weed in the car? No, wait. Look at me. Because just by the look you gave, listen to me. Because K9 unit's already on its way.
064 Jared is en route.
You understand that?
290, you okay?
Now, 290, I'm 10-4. Now, we can either improve our relationship, and you can be honest if there is, or when that dog gets here, I take everything. I take the car, I take you, and everything else. So I want you to think long and hard.
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir. Is it a reason?
Do not drop your hands.
I'm not. Is it a reason for this?
Because you're not being honest with me.
I am, sir. I meant to tell you, like...
Do not put your hands back on the steering wheel.
Sir, look, I'm not trying to have a bad day. I'm not trying to be a bad person to you, sir. Like I said, it's my first time being in a situation. I meant to tell you, I used to play football.
Okay.
Last chance shoot, MCC in school.
But then say, yes, officer, I do smoke weed.
Yes, officer, I do smoke weed.
So before the dog gets here, is there anything, wait, listen to me, listen to the question, because if you're trying to answer me, you're not listening to me. Is there anything else in this car I would want to know about? Think long and hard, because I already have probable cause to take you out of the car for speeding and all the other offenses. Plus, once the dog gets here, more than likely he'll smell it off of you. Now, we'll discuss it man to man, but if he turns around and he finds something, I'll bet, put your hand back on the steering wheel. I want you to be honest.
I'm 14.
It's an ashtray right here.
Man, listen to me. Next time you reach, it's going to get ugly.
I got an alarm at
because you're kind of appearing to me to be the twitchy type of person who's done something wrong, or you got something new. Listen to me. Think hard. Sir?
Just an ashtray, sir. I just drove this car this morning. I don't know.
Don't drop your hands off the steering wheel. Well, keeping your hands on the steering wheel is an easy request. They got some other stuff going on. You're going to get a whole bunch of warnings. Let me catch you out riding dirty, and the next time I take you, the car, and everything else.
It is.
You understand that? Do you believe me when I tell you this?
Yes, sir. I do.
You need to straighten out your act. You need to give up the weed. Because I know when the last time you smoked, I don't appreciate being lied to. I don't appreciate people speeding on my beat. You have any questions regarding any of that? Or would you prefer the tickets and argue about it in court? Okay. You are free to go. I suggest you improve things a whole lot.
So Officer Friendly, after this young man filed a complaint, they said, oh, okay. They told the officer, well, don't do it no more. Then when the video came out, oh my God, I can't believe, I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't know it was like this. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I have told the police chief that it's my recommendation that he be immediately put on paid administrative leave so we can look into this matter and retrain him. I'm sorry. We're going to go before the board and going to see what we can do to get rid of this officer who's on probation. Now, on the good side, after the cop degraded him, made him feel like crap, he allowed him to go free. Now, I know a lot of you thin blue line supporters just like, yeah, he wasn't racist. He just tried to teach him a lesson. Matter of fact, you probably heard the part when we told him he had this right here.
You have any questions regarding any of that? Or would you prefer the tickets and argue about it in court? Okay. You are free to go. I suggest you improve things a whole lot.
Exactly. Blue lines matter. Blue lines matter. That's who lies. Thin blue lines, life just matters. The rest of you jigaboos ain't even worth it. I'm tired of you looking at your big old lips. I'm tired of you seeing you. So share this video and show them no matter how respectful you are to the police, they will still see you disrespectful. And the only black on black crime I've seen in this video is a black man driving a black convertible. I'm LRJ. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because you be glad you did.